All right, so what was your vision when you decided to pursue real estate as a career? What was your vision when you decided to pursue real estate as a career? Think back to that day you decided to get your real estate license. Think back to that day you passed the state exam and you started interviewing companies and you made a decision on which company you were going to partner with based on who was going to give you the best chance of succeeding in real estate. If you sat in my office and I interviewed you and you joined Keller Williams and you're part of Keller Williams Coral Springs, one of the questions I asked you more than likely is, why real estate? One of the other questions that I asked you is, tell me about your goals. Now, keep listening, pay attention. What was your vision when you decided to pursue real estate as a career? I have interviewed thousands of real estate agents. Thousands is not an exaggeration. Yes, I exaggerate a lot, and today that's not. An average of 50 a month for 6 years. Do the math. I have interviewed thousands of real estate agents, and I always ask them to tell me about their goals. Tell me about your goals. Simple question. Now, this is to new real estate agents, and this is to agents that have been in the business for 10, 15, 20 years that are closing $5, $10, $20 million a year. What are your goals? Now, a few, maybe 10 to 20% will tell me that they are just hoping to make extra money for investments, family vacations, or retirement. Is that okay? Say yes, 100%, that's okay. And is Keller Williams maybe not the right company for some of them based on their goals? 100% again, the answer is yes, maybe not. However, most, 80 to 90%, all say that they plan on building a big real estate business that provides financial freedom and better quality life with their family. 80 to 90% will tell me that they plan on building a big real estate business. They plan on earning high six-figure incomes that give them the ability to live the life they want to live, provide the life for their family that they want to provide, enjoy financial freedom. And as Keller Williams' mission statement goes, their plan is to build a career worth having, a business worth owning, and a life worth living. Now, my biggest challenge as a trainer, teacher, leader, and coach is people settle. I'll ask them how committed they are to their goals, and they'll answer, I'm very committed. My follow-up question is, what does very committed look like? Just curious. Of the thousands of real estate agents that I've interviewed, how many of them do you believe can describe very committed to me? Yeah, Diane said 10%. The answer is very few. 10% might be high. They don't know. Matter of fact, until I've asked them that question, nobody's ever asked them. Matter of fact, one of the questions I get from real estate agents that are in business, have been for a while, or seeking to get in business is, John, nobody's ever asked me that question before. Why not? Maybe you should ask yourself, maybe the reason I'm not getting that question is because the person that I'm in business with doesn't care. So the follow-up question is, what does very committed look like? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being all in, where are you? The answer is almost always a 10. John, I'm a 10. I'm all in. The next question is, how long are you willing to fail at something you want before you give up? How long are you willing to fail at something before you give up? Good question, right?
Yeah, that's deep.
It's a good question. Those of you with children, these are great questions to ask your kids, your spouses, your significant others, people that you are in life with. Again, almost always they come back with, I'll never give up. But they do. And here's the really scary part. Most of them give up without knowing they've given up. You. In Andy Andrews' book, The Traveler's Gift, the fourth principle for success is the certain decision. I have a decided heart. My course has been charted. My destiny is assured. I have a decided heart. I am passionate about my vision for the future. I will awaken every morning, not every so often, not Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, especially Friday, but Monday, heck no, I'm not going to wait. You kidding me? It's Monday. It's raining. I'm going to stay in bed. Today, I'm not so passionate. Today, I'm passionate about my pillow.
Sounds good.
I will awaken every morning with an excitement about the new day and its opportunity for growth and change. My thoughts and actions will work in a forward motion, never sliding into the dark forest of doubt or the muddy quicksand of self-pity. Now, I'm going to go back to something I said, and I want you to tell me what you think I mean. Most people, when I ask them, how long are you willing to try something until you give up, respond with, I'll never give up. But they do. And here's the really scary part. Most of them give up without knowing they've given up. People settle. Now, there are more than one way to settle. There is more than one way to give up. What did you hear? If you're on Zoom, just talk until we have too many people talking, and then I'll ask you to raise your hand. But for now, like a call-in radio show, the lines are open. Just pick up the phone and dial.
What I heard was most people are actually giving up by settling, and they don't realize they're giving up.
Okay. Okay. I agree.
I think, and they stop prioritizing. They start to push it down on their list of things to do.
Okay,
and
Laura.
It just eventually fades away.
Okay, Laura, good job. Michael Topo.
I think Vicky was first, John.
Okay, Vicky. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're so cute. Listen, I'm going to be really quick. All I feel and I hear from all of that is that people choose to be complacent. And you have to hear that voice inside you. And some people just don't want to hear it. And you choose your destiny. You choose your life. You choose to be complacent. It's too much. It's too much to deal with. So they just kind of back away. And you know what the most important thing is out of all this is that your choice is who you surround yourself with. And I am so blessed because when I started that question that I asked myself, how am I going to do this? How am I going to move forward with my business? How can I do this? Because I don't know, but I was blessed to be able to plug in with this group, this team, with you, John, as the most amazing leader, and the people around us, so that we can move our needle, we can move our business, but it's who you choose to surround yourself with. So you can succeed if you want to.
It's a great job, Vicki, right? You know, one of the questions that I ask an agent when they call me and tell me that they're making a change in their business, in other words, They're not getting the results they want. So they're going to look for greener pastures. Okay. One of the questions that I asked them is, what was your goal when you started? And they'll share with me, well, my goal was to close $10 million, to gross $300,000. And then I'll ask them, if that was happening, would we be having this conversation? And the answer is always no. Do you still believe you could do that? No, I don't. Everything starts here. If you believe you can, you can. If you don't think you can, you won't. Think and Grow Rich. The title of the book is not Sit in Front of the Couch and Feel Sorry for Yourself and Grow Rich. It is Think and Grow Rich. Michael Topo.
I've got so much to kind of add here. Real estate is hard, John.
Oh, it's brutally hard.
It's hard.
Do you think being a team leader is hard? No,
Yeah.
Yes. It's
Absolutely.
hard.
Right. I think about, how long are you willing to fight before you give up? Right? How many no's are you willing to hear? How many times are you willing to knock on someone's door? How many times are you willing to get hung up on? How many times are you willing to go to an appointment and they don't sign the agreement? How many times? And I'll be the first to admit, right? Like, you know, TGIM is a hard thing to live with when you're getting beat down, right? It's hard. It's absolutely hard. I think Vicky was smart, right? Who you surround yourself with matters. Going to that first question, I don't even understand if people know what very committed looks like. What does very committed look like if you don't have somebody who's going to help you understand how to get to your end goal, right? The MREA teaches us, you know, think with the end in mind. What does that look like? So if people aren't, you know, I've got friends who are in real estate that aren't with our company, and I'm curious, like, do they know what they need to do? Are they spending $3,000 a month on Realtor and Zillow.com? You know, just all of these thoughts are circling in my head.
Yeah. Are they succeeding in spite of what they're doing wrong? And do they believe that they're on a path to realize their goals when in reality, they're just enjoying the benefits of a hot market? Is it built to last? Brian.
Hey guys, yeah, just putting together what Vicky and Michael have shared, I feel like sometimes people give up when they are on the path to success because where they are at that moment in time is good enough. So let's say your goal is to get to $100 million of closed transactions and you're at $10 million. You're pretty decent, right? In most people's eyes, you would be considered a success.
Massive success.
Your goal was still $100 million. And I feel like complacency, like Vicky said, may get you just way under your actual goal. And are you willing to do like what it takes, like Michael said, when you're still successful in many people's eyes?
Nice job, Brian. Really good. Clarissa, you're so patient. She's sitting right here next to me with her hand up, and talk to us.
Well, it goes back to mindset and how you have to be careful how you talk to yourself, because you are listening.
Hmm.
And you can talk yourself into complacency. And when you talk yourself into complacency, you slide into that settlement phase.
Mhm.
And I think what Henry Ford had said that if you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right.
Yep.
So it's all about the mindset and what you're telling yourself.
Yep. Yeah, and Diane, coming to you next. And be really careful, guys, that you're not hearing me say that the only definition of success is 40, $50 million a year in production, that the only definition of success is to build a really big team. Because it's not true. Your definition of success is your definition of success. The question is, how committed are you to that goal? What does that look like? How long are you willing to fail before you give up? And will you settle? Will you settle for less? Will you settle for good when great is still an option? Diane.
So I love hearing what everybody has to say. I'm going back to the first question, like, why did I choose to do real estate?
Mhm.
And my reasons are probably very different from the 80 or 90%. And not that it makes it better or worse, but it's definitely hard. And there are probably on a weekly basis, I'm thinking, what am I doing? I am breaking my back for my big why. And then it takes like one conversation with somebody who I'm trying to help to sort of reset my mindset to why I'm doing this.
Mhm.
And so I think that no matter why you're doing the real estate, sticking to that big why is super important. And, you know, I am very fortunate and very lucky in my life. And so I will always come from a perspective of giving. And so, yeah, my big why is not only, it's not only what I want to do, but my big why, my goal is to give away $1 million.
Mm.
That's added to my big why.
Mm.
And because I just see the potential in everybody, no matter what.
Good stuff. Really good stuff. All right, guys, I've got 9:33 and I don't see any hands up. So I hope you guys got good value today. And different call, right? And we're not going to close the way we normally do because it just doesn't fit. I will close with this, though. The captain of a ship on a journey with a destination that is assured cannot see that destination for 99% of the journey. The captain of a ship on a journey with a destination that is assured cannot see that destination for 99% of the journey. And yet, if they know it's there, you know, things are easier today with GPS, right? And if you've been on a yacht or a cruise ship, you know, everything's on autopilot. And what's interesting is, do you know how often that ship is off course when it's on a journey from here to Cozumel? It's off course 99% of the time. Off course correction, off course correction, off course correction, off course correction. Now they're tiny little corrections, but they're corrections. Now just think if the GPS, if the autopilot said to itself, I can't handle the rejection, I give up. No, that's not going to happen. And if you're the captain of that ship, you never lose faith that you're going to end up at your destination because you know it's there. You have faith in your GPS and your autopilot. But you, as a real estate agent on a journey with a destination that is assured, you haven't done this before. You can't see the destination. You will be tempted to give up, to look for greener pastures, to settle for less. I promise you, you'll be tempted daily. And for those of you who choose to stay on that course, to stay on that journey with a destination that is assured, you will make the impossible possible. I promise you.